This is a video update for July 31st on the situation in Syria. Today we're going to be talking about the Kurdish front and the fighting that's going on between Kurds and mostly Islamist factions of the rebel forces, although I'll post a link below in the video description which will explain that some other brigades now from the more traditionally, as some would call them, moderate elements of the rebels are also joining in the fighting on the Islamist side against the Kurds. Anyway, the major development today was that, if you remember, I was talking about this front line here in the previous video, this front line between Kurds and the Islamists all along this road here in these villages. Well, the Islamists managed to capture the village of Tel Arn here, and so they are now attempting to surround Tal Hassel. And after taking the village of Tel Arn, reportedly the rebels took hostage some 200 civilians, 200 Kurdish civilians, no doubt. They plan to either trade them for some of their captives, or perhaps keep them for a later bargain at some point. Anyway, since the SAA are in such close proximity to the fighting here, down south in Al-Safira, to the west in Tel Shigeb, and further north in Aleppo International Airport, I really expect that they'll probably step in at some point and prevent the Kurds from being completely expelled, or at the very least, if not step in with soldiers on the ground, they'll at least conduct airstrikes against Islamist forces as they have in the northeast. I really don't think they want to see these previously Kurdish villages get taken by Islamists, and then that would threaten the flanks of the military base in Al Safira, the town of Tel Shigeb, and the Aleppo International Airport. The other area I wanted to talk about in relation to the Kurdish front is the border area close to Iraq. I mentioned again, I can't remember if it was in the video or one of my blog posts, but I did mention that that the Kurds were advancing towards this Syrian Iraqi border town, Yarubia. And the reason for that is because between Yarubia, Rumelia, and Al Sueda over here, this triangle, inside this triangle of that's created by these three towns, are a series of oil wells, and so both sides are fighting for control of these oil wells, because obviously the Kurds have been talking about possibly setting up some sort of temporary autonomous government until the war is over. There's been some talk about that, and the Islamists and the other rebels have been trying to capture as much oil as they can from these oil wells and export them, because obviously there was a resolution, I suppose, passed by the European Union a couple of months ago, where they made it legal for the rebels to export oil out of Syria. They even went so far as to put pressure on the Kurds to allow the rebels to control these oil wells so that they have a source of income with which obviously to pay fires and buy arms and such things. But now the Kurds are advancing on this border town, and with it they plan to take all the oil wells to serve their own purposes, of course, possibly in light, like I said, of that autonomous government. But nothing's been confirmed in regards to whether they're definitely going to try to set up their own government or not. Anyway, that's the update for the Kurdish front. Again, any questions, any comments, anything like that, please post them below. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.